Hi, this is Adam Kirschenheiter with Arrow KBs. I'm just going to talk a little bit about winter preps today. Today is October 16th, so the second day of gun hunting here in Michigan. So hopefully I don't get shot out here. But so what I'm going to be doing today is this multiple steps. So today I'm going to be adding a layer of foam insulation Reflectix, which is a bubble wrap, a reflective bubble wrap, and I'm going to be doing another oxalic acid treatment. So let me real quick show you what I'm talking about. So technically, if you're buying stuff, 1.5 or 2-inch foam board is better than this. This is 1-inch foam board, but underneath that as an inner cover, I'm putting this Reflectix, which is a reflective metallic bubble wrap, and it should be fine. I also have other hives that I use, and this solid core has on one side print like this, and on the other side a reflective, but because it's the different type of foam, I actually have to put duct tape on the edges so it doesn't like wear away. And that's lasted 1 year so far. I don't know how many years I'll get out of this, but the biggest thing that you can do to save your hives in winter is foam on top. Now I will be putting later feeders on. I have feeder shims, which are about 1.5 inches, just little shim that I can put sugar blocks or even just pour sugar on newspaper, which is called the mountain camp method. I have a type of Vivaldi board, which has basically looks like an inner cover with 1.5 inch shim, and it has 4 air vents that I kind of plug close most of the winter with rags, so there's a little bit of air leak out of there, air circulation, but not a whole lot. You know, no breezes coming in. And then last but not least, I do use candy boards. So those are pre-made, 1 to 1.5 inches of sugar that I mixed and dried. It takes about a month to dry. So that's some of my winter preps. And all of those, the candy boards, the Vivaldi boards, and the feeder shims, all have a small, like 3/8 inch size hole as an upper vent and entrance. And sometimes I plug that, and sometimes I don't. Right, so this box is falling apart. You look and see this box. The reason that box is falling apart is it's made out of an old dresser. During COVID, I was running out of wood, and they had Home Depots closed, and I made a few boxes out of an old dresser, and it has not stood up the test of time. It's still got some solid to it, but it's definitely the veneer. The front layers are falling off. I will have to replace that in the spring. So these ones are going to have more bees. This one was a little funny at one point. At one point, I did leave this lid a little bit ajar, and it cost on the hive. The one next to it seems a little off too, but they're still going. They're coming out. There we go. Quite a bit of moisture up there. That's okay. Sometimes small hives can't deal with the moisture as well. Alright, so there's that. And the foam. This one was not the best on my thermal camera, but it wasn't a huge area of concern. Now see it right here? I have a bunch of propolis on the underside of this, so I actually do have to scrape this off. I have to scrape the propolis off so that it'll rest flat. There we go. Nothing perfect. There we go. Get this on there nice. Perfect. And I put this on here. And the next one. Now this is a shady lid too. This is just basically a piece of plywood or OSB. It's junk, but it lasts a few years. See how big this one is. Well, there's some bees in there. Not a huge amount. But they could all be, most of them could be clustered down below. They're still kicking. It's early in the season like this, most of your bees should be down below. With any luck. Yeah, they're boiling out the front a little bit. Scrape off the propolis. See, this OSB is kind of separating a little bit. But I've used it 2 or 3 years, so it did what I had to. Basically, tight on money solution. Not meant to last forever. Ah, come on. There we go. Make sure I'm totally covering. Oh, darn it. Darn it. I forgot the foam again. Alright, foam. There we go. I'll lay this down. A few are coming out, but not bad. Hey, they know I'm helping them out. Maybe. They're just dumb bugs, actually. So maybe not. Alright, there you go. A few are buzzing my hand, but they'll go back inside in a second. But they didn't have it propolized that great, but this will do the job. Now, this one's a little funny because of my homemade box. And the one side bows out a little bit. So this will actually help that. It'll help cover it a little better. Let me put this here for a second. Scrape this one, a couple of bees. Just get these guys out of here. And again, this is a cheap one with OSB. I do have a number of covers, brand new ones. But if I can get one more winter out of them, I will. Yeah. I can scoot it a little bit. There. Perfect. Perfect. Last. Whoa, that one's on fire. They're a little frisky, and I don't have gloves. Should have brought gloves. Wow, that's a lot of bees in that one. There's a lot of bees in this one. There we go. I gotta clear the bees off of this. Alright, I do have this one over here to do still, but I'll save it. I'll not bore you with that, but this one's kind of cool. It's a resource hive. So I gotta get this one, and I'm gonna use the thicker foam with the foil on it this time. I got my Gulf tea for oxalic acid in. Alright. Good, that worked out nicely. So this one already has the Reflectix, plus I'll put this on here, and that'll be a little extra something. The lid here is terrible, and I might come back by and do a better lid on this one, because all I got for the lid here is a piece of OSB, which works, but it'd be better if I had something better. But I put a big cinder block on, so it's not going anywhere. None are coming out, but I heat cam this one, and it was fine.